Local, in-depth, KIRO 7 News at noon starts now.
And now at noon, Western Washington is facing another heat wave. People are trying to stay cool as these temperatures climb. But with the heat comes fire danger as well. Before we get to that, let's kick this off with KIRO 7 pinpoint meteorologist Claire Anderson in the Weather Center. Claire?
Well, we are already seeing temperatures really starting to soar, with overnight lows only dropping to the upper 60s. We were at 70 degrees around 4 a.m. this morning in Seattle. Already temperatures in the mid-80s around Bremerton and Olympia, 83 in Seattle, 94 up in Bellingham. That is the current temperatures, upper 80s in Chehalis, 90s in Wenatchee. What we're also seeing is a little bit of wind out here, nothing too strong, but definitely more of an offshore flow. Look at 18 miles per hour up in Bellingham. The offshore flow, that is what is bumping up those temperatures currently in Bellingham. Now, along with these warm temperatures and dry conditions, we currently have a red flag warning. All of this red here across Western Washington. It has started today, continues through tomorrow evening for hot, dry, and unstable conditions, something we're really keeping a close eye on. I will have your afternoon high temperatures coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, we will see you soon, Claire. And now let's get to that fire danger. In South Hill, crews are putting out hot spots. They're making sure any lingering flames didn't spread to nearby homes. KIRO 7's Lauren Donovan now with a closer look at the damage from the flames.
The air is still thick with smoke here in the South Hill neighborhood, where people were forced to evacuate yesterday due to the brush fire. You can see here is the line where the fire stopped.
There was a tree that fell over the road and it burned and started spreading. There was a lot of smoke and it smelled horrible.
Ana Solario and her daughter Lupita saw it all. Flames shooting up through the brush, helicopters dropping water. The fire stopped mere feet from their front door.
Right now, the smoke is really bad for my kids.
When evacuation orders came, Ana felt conflicted. Everything this mother of 5 owns is inside those 4 walls.
I don't have insurance. I don't have. So it's sometimes my mind is, oh my gosh, what happened?
Joe Rood of Puget Sound Fire says until chaos comes to your doorstep, it's hard to even conceptualize the devastation these brush fires can cause.
It's a new message for this side of the mountain, so it is being received, but it's just it's a message that has to be ingrained.
Root thinks the last heat wave taught Western Washington a thing or two. Moving forward, he wants people to remain hypersensitive. Typically, a downed power line, a spark from a lawnmower, or a car parked on tall grass would not be a problem.
But with these unprecedented conditions, it does create a fire risk.
Tacoma Fire tells us over the last 7 days, they've dispatched crews to 92 fires. That's nearly twice as many during the same time last summer. To prevent further flare-ups, the Pierce County Fire Marshal has tightened burn restrictions. Now charcoal grills and outdoor recreational fires are illegal.
Would not be surprised to see that change in King County as well.
We've watched for hours as PSC crews have been going up in bucket trucks, working to repair fallen power lines in this area. It is speculated that the cause of the fire was a downed power line from a tree. That is yet to be confirmed, though, so the cause right now remains under investigation. We're reporting in Pierce County, Lauren Donovan, KIRO 7 News.
Firefighters aren't just battling fires, they're also preparing for more emergency medical calls. On a normal summer day, firefighters in Snohomish County, for example, get an average of 40 calls a day. During our June heat wave, that number jumped to 98. Firefighters tell us those high temps have helped them adapt.
I think what we've seen over the last 50-plus days is members become more acclimated to higher temperatures, even though the triple digits are still pretty rare for us.
Firefighters expect most of their emergency calls over the next few days will be for things like heat stroke. New at noon, as the new heat wave hits the Seattle area, we're getting a better idea of the aftermath of June's deadly heat dome. KIRO 7's Matthew Smith is at the live desk for us today. And Matt, you saw some of this devastation for shellfish farmers firsthand. Now they're bracing for another heat wave.
Yeah, it's just been difficult for them, Michelle. High temps and low tides do not mix well when it comes to Washington's shellfish industry, and that is what crushed us back in June. Now, earlier this year, I showed you these photos. Essentially, oysters, clams, and mussels surfaced and died in the heat. It was like a clam bake in the sun. We now know that 60 shellfish farmers in our state have taken the first step to apply for disaster relief through the federal agencies. That's a number from the USDA's Farm Service Agency that I confirmed this morning. Now, some areas are reporting mortality as high as 95 to 99% of their crops. Make matters worse, the same researchers who are now on the ground trying to figure out why some areas were more affected than others are also trying to track down a wave of deadly toxins that's killing off even more of our area's shellfish. Those in the industry tell me it is getting more difficult year to year to keep these businesses open.
The death by 1,000 cuts is not for everybody, right? And some of the shellfish growers are feeling really beaten up by how many things they have to deal with.
Now, one of the more concerning things, again, we expect more heat this week, and the struggles aren't just in the shellfish industry. Earlier this year, we talked about how the June heat dome also slammed raspberry farmers. They're in bad shape as well. And this week, there's further reporting on the wheat crop that's been slammed by what seems like this never-ending drought. So on your screen here, we show you 26% of the U.S. is in either extreme or exceptional drought right now. All this news coming as scientists are sounding the alarm this week with the UN Climate Report, which spells it out pretty explicitly. Extreme weather is being fueled by climate change, and more is on the horizon. Michelle, these stories tend to be much more connected than we oftentimes think of them.
For sure. All right. Thank you, Matt, for the latest there. Boy, as we face a few hot days here in Western Washington, you can find the temperatures in your neighborhood anywhere you go. Download the KIRO 7 Pinpoint Weather app. It is free in your app store. New details now at noon. The Pentagon is sending troops to the airport in Kabul, Afghanistan, to help evacuate the embassy. This comes as the Taliban keeps up its offensive. A U.S. official says in the past week, the Taliban has overtaken at least 10 provincial capitals. Earlier this year, President Joe Biden announced all U.S. troops would withdraw by the end of August. A mask mandate is in effect in Snohomish County. People 5 years and older must now wear a mask indoors and in public places like grocery stores. This comes as cases climb due to the high number of Delta cases we've seen. The mandate happening for the first time since the state reopened June 30th. So they're making it mandatory to mask up indoors again. County workers say 90% of ICU beds are full.
I think one of our greatest dangers is prematurely wanting this to be over and taking actions that fulfill that desire, but that are contrary to all of our best interests.
Some stores in Snohomish County have continued to require masking even with the full reopening and many people vaccinated. The mandate does not apply to private indoor spaces or for events like house parties. People will soon be asked to get a third COVID booster shot. KIRO 7's Skylar Henry now with how the Delta variant spread is speeding up hospitalizations and is leading to concerns about kids returning to school.
CBS News has confirmed the FDA will authorize a COVID-19 booster shot for people with compromised immune systems.
An additional dose could help increase protection for these individuals, which is especially important as the Delta variant spreads.
Health officials are struggling to get many Americans to get their first vaccine dose. And the large number of unvaccinated Americans is responsible for spreading the Delta variant with an average of 113,000 new COVID cases per day, a more than 400% increase in the last month.
We continue to see cases, hospitalizations, and deaths increase across the country. And now over 90% of counties in the United States are experiencing substantial or high transmission.
The Biden administration continues to institute vaccine mandates for many federal workers.
All 350,000 VA healthcare personnel and all 25,000 HHS healthcare personnel must now be fully vaccinated.
California announced school teachers and staff will be required to be vaccinated or be tested weekly for COVID-19.
It's the right thing to do, to keep our most precious resource healthy and safe, our children.
Meanwhile, Fort Worth, Texas is the latest school district to require masks in school, in spite of Texas Governor Greg Abbott's statewide ban on mask mandates.
We will monitor our COVID data and revisit this protocol as appropriate.
Texas is one of 7 states that have issued a ban on mask and vaccine mandates. Skylar Henry, KIRO 7 News.
Alaska Airlines is considering a COVID vaccine mandate for its staff. According to CNBC, staff was told in a company memo if the airline required vaccines, it would do it after the FDA gives full approval to one of the vaccines currently available under emergency use approval. United Airlines became the first major U.S. carrier to mandate vaccines for its staff. That happened last week. Frontier and Hawaiian have issued similar requirements. Coming up on KIRO 7 this afternoon, a respiratory therapist from Everett died after getting COVID. One of his final wishes to his family, get vaccinated. Also ahead, the pandemic and screen time, the consequences facing kids and their eyes when we come back.